What's going on? You know why we here. We're going to be continuing on in the book of Job. Job chapter 37, as y'all know. Job is a book following the life of a man named Job, who is going through unfairness and what would seem like affliction. And despite all that, he never loses faith in the Lord. You know it. And we're just going to be continuing on. Chapter 37. At this also my heart trembleth, and is moved out of his place. Hear attentively the noise of his voice, and the sound that goeth out of his mouth. He directeth it under the whole heaven, and his lightning unto the ends of the earth. After it a voice roareth. He thundereth with the voice of his excellency, and he will not stay them when his voice is heard. God thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great things doeth he, which he cannot comprehend. For he saith to the snow, Be thou on the earth, likewise to the small rain, and to the great rain of his strength. He sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. Then the beasts go into dens, and remain in their places. Out of the south cometh the whirlwind, and cold out of the north. By the breath of God frost is given, and the breath of the waters is straitened. Also by watering he weareth the thick cloud, he scattereth his bright cloud, and it is turned round about by his counsel, that they may do whatsoever he commandeth them unto the face of the world in the earth. He causeth it to come, whether for correction, or for his land, or for mercy. Hearken unto this, O Job. Stand still and consider the wondrous works of God. Dost thou know when God disposeth them, and cause the light of his cloud to shine? Dost thou know the balancing of the clouds and wondrous works of him, which is perfect in knowledge? How thy garments are warm, when he quieteth the earth by the south wind? How hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong, and as molten looking glass? Teach us what we shall say unto him, for we cannot order our speech by reason of darkness. Shall it be told him that I speak? If a man speak, surely he shall be swallowed up. And now men see not the bright light which is in the clouds, but the wind passeth and cleanseth them. Fair weather cometh out of the north. With God is terrible majesty. Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. He is excellent in power, and in judgment, and in plenty of justice he will not afflict. Men do therefore fear him. He respecteth not any that are wise of heart. So at this point, this is Elihu. This is still continuing on from chapter 35. But Elihu is basically, Job poured his soul out. His friends basically, okay, from the very beginning of the book, remember, Job's family all died. His children died. Bandits came and stole all his stock, his livestock. His house caved in on his family, and now he's on the ground, and he's been just laying on the ground, destitute, and he's been pouring out his soul about the Lord. And then his friends came, and at first they was talking some, oh man, well, all this stuff doesn't happen to you, you still gonna worship the Lord, like. And then he's like, pouring out the fact that, this, that, and the third. Well, despite all that, I've sinned. How could I have sinned, or how have I sinned in such a way that he would do such a thing? But if it is, if it do be God's way, then let it be. Let it be that this fall upon me. When he keeps pouring out his soul, and then after a while, his friends start speaking. Elihu says, well, look, man, you saying all this about the Lord, you saying all that about the Lord, but you weren't here when he fashioned the sky. It says here, dost thou know when God disposed them and caused the light out of his cloud to shine? Dost thou know the balancing of the clouds and wondrous works in him, which is perfect in knowledge? How thy garments are warm when he quieteth the earth by the south wind? Hast thou with him spread out the sky, with which is strong as a molten looking glass? They're saying, like, you're placing all this judgment. You're saying how righteous you are. You're saying all this stuff, but you don't know God's ways. You don't understand him. You couldn't possibly understand the wisdom of the Lord, of God, to even command and create all this. And you are conflicted right now about how you feel about him when you don't understand. You just don't understand. Our wisdom does not compare to the infinite wisdom that is the Lord. He is eternal. He's beyond. We can't even comprehend him. We can't even comprehend. And that's what he's saying in the last verse. Men do therefore fear him. He respecteth not any that are wise of heart. When the Bible says men's works are but filthy rags to the Lord, it says, you know, our man's wisdom is stupid. Man's wisdom is dumb to the Lord. Like, anything that you could conjure up, he already knows what you about to think before you think it. You're limited. So Elihu is basically spitting to this dude like, look, man, we can't understand God. Try to get past how you feel right now and just understand that. And it's just very powerful. Catch y'all.